imagine if I was 30? Look, imagine how young I would look.
You wouldn't look much younger than this.
I've got all these wrinkles from being not 30.
When did that happen?
Won't let this moment pass us by.
Good morning guys and happy Monday. It is super early today. It is, I think, just before 7 AM. I've been up about 10 minutes. I've thrown some clothes on. Today I have to nip out to get my car serviced. But stupidly I said that I'd get the car there about 8 o'clock. Unfortunately it takes about half an hour to get to where I need to be. So, let me let the dog in. It takes about half an hour to get to where I want to be. So it's going to be one hell of a bright. Calm down, camera. What is wrong with you? I'm just gonna go inside. I have no idea what's going on. One hell of a rush morning. I think that's what I was trying to say. I need to get myself a coffee to wake up a little bit. I need to get something to eat because I am starving. And I think when I get back, I will debrief you guys and explain what's been going on the past few days. Why I have not been around. When you're watching this, the earliest is gonna be like Tuesday. And the last vlog I put up was maybe Wednesday, I think. I can't remember. It's been a while. It has definitely been a while. I seem to be making some really good time this morning. It is now 24 minutes past 7. I have 6 minutes to pull out right now in the car. It only took me 30 minutes to get up, get washed, do my teeth, my hair, have something to eat, and have a coffee. I don't know why it takes some people so long, Jennifer, looking at you. I know she's got more things to do in the morning. I understand that. And I know when we have a kid, we're never going to be anywhere on time ever again.
GPS signal detected.
Shh, I'm talking. It's a really nice looking day, actually. It's quite pretty outside. Blue skies. I say blue, there are clouds, but they're quite thin and broken. You can see some blue just there. Anyway, I should go, otherwise I'm going to be late. Okay guys, I am back from getting the car sorted. Boy, I'm exhausted. I've had my lunch. It is now like 20 past 1. It is pretty late in the day. I'm going to take these off to stop on reflections. It's pretty late in the day. You have to excuse me if you start jiggling because you're currently on a semi-wobbly table on a PlayStation 3 bounced on the top of that. So you're not secure. So if I just nudge this table a bit, you kind of wobble. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway. Right, car is sorted. I needed new front brakes, discs and pads. I needed brake fluid changing and oil change. So much done to the car today. It was about 360 quid. I am feeling skint right now. 360 quid on top of the 330 quid I think it was for the tyres last week. So I'm down almost the price of a drone, and all I've got is a car that I had before. It just kind of works a bit better. Or more safer. I think because it's the brakes, anything else I wouldn't have been too bothered about, and I could have always like put off whatever. Because the brakes, you know, we don't want to unnecessarily put ourselves at risk, especially with a baby on the way. I guess you probably want to know what I've been up to the past week. My last video that got posted was Wednesday, which means I have an itchy nose again, which means I've not recorded anything Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. I've 5 days I've not done any vlogging. 5 days. This is crazy. It's the longest I've not actually vlogged anything in quite some time. No vlogging, no editing. It's been a relief. It's been a weight off my shoulders. I've been really happy with myself. Okay, so last Wednesday we had an NCT meeting again. We've still got another 3 to go, I think. So an NCT class. And Thursday we had a ridiculous storm. If you saw on Twitter, you'll see that it took one of our fence panels out. I'll take you guys down in a second and show you the damage. Friday, Jen's nan and granddad's ashes. We went up to Liverpool and those were interred. I'm gonna search. Hang on. It sounds a bit wrong because it's got turd in it. Hang on. Interred. Basically, we buried them. I didn't physically bury them. We've not done anything with the ashes until now. So we went up there. Again, not really a good thing to be vlogging, so we decided against it. And so much time spent travelling, we figured it was best, because what actually happened, we went up to Preston, down to Liverpool, back up to Preston, and then back home, all in one day. It was just time consuming. We had something to eat, went to a restaurant, we went to Prego's in Liverpool, My hair looks a bit messy today. I look a bit messy today, I don't know what's going on. What did we do on Saturday? Oh yeah! We went around the entire house and made a snagging list of all the things that need doing up until between now and the baby coming, and kind of, I'll talk about it in a bit. And then yesterday, which was Sunday, we just had a day off, and I mean day off as in, I can't remember the last time where we didn't do anything. No work, no housework, no recording vlogs, no pressure for recording vlogs, no editing vlogs. Basically, we did pretty much nothing yesterday, and it was great. I loved it. I was so happy. I feel so raring to get back into vlogging. I feel like I have a purpose. I feel, oh, it's difficult because I've got more to tell you as to why I feel better now than I did and why I stopped vlogging. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to take you to the other room and I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of what happened to our garden. Basically, this fence panel's gone. It is there. You can see a fence post on it depending on how big your screen is. There's a fence post right on the back and it's in concrete and it's just rotted and just severed. So this post was kind of flopping around attached to this fence panel. The only thing attaching that post and fence panel to that post were two really small screws. So in the wind, and it was really windy last Thursday, you guys in the UK will know what I'm talking about, but it was, and I was a bit concerned, so I was keeping an eye on it, and it seemed fine until I checked again and it had just completely severed. So it was bashing against this little fence here, and I was concerned that something was going to happen and it was going to go straight into next door's conservatory, which would have been dangerous, expensive and unnecessary. So I went outside. With my right hand over here, I was holding the fence post, and with my left hand stretched out as far as possible with a screwdriver, I was trying to unscrew some, like these two screws, and then I had to manhandle the fence and post down the garden. It had to go kind of here because I didn't want to prop it up against anything, because if I did, I know that the wind would have picked it up and it'd have gone flying. It'd have gone in, I'd probably, no, look, either hit the dog or hit someone, gone through the window or something. It had done something bad, so I had to lie on the floor, but it looks like it's getting really sodden really quickly. And I need to do something about that as soon as possible. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be for a few weeks, which is annoying. This is our barbecue. It's got a cover on it that ended up right next to the shed up there somehow. The lid of the barbecue ended up on the grass about here. Down here is table and chairs, which was strewn all around here. And there was a box and some other bits and pieces that I have no idea where they came from, scattered down the garden. And the poor guys a couple of doors down, they don't have a fence anymore. See, that fence and this fence here, there should be one right in the middle. It's not there. So that was the devastation on Thursday. They just added on to the fact that I was not in the mood to be vlogging. Oh crap, nearly broke my phone. Mid last week, I kind of felt really overwhelmed. I felt like so much was getting on top of me. We have the baby due in what is now less than 70 days, which is crazy. It's like just over 2 months, assuming he's on time. That's just mental. In a good way, it's just one more thing to deal with. And I realised we were running low on time, and in the house, we've done so much work over the past few months with decorating, but there's loads of little snaggy bits. And you guys will remember that recently I bought a weekly planner in order to help kind of organise what I wanted to be doing. And I was putting stuff on every single day, but I realised that most of my day seemed to be taken up with stuff that wasn't anything to do with work, and I need to do work. No one pays me for the work I do. Basically, if I put effort in, if I'm lucky, I get some money for that in sort of like, oh, it's hard to explain. So no one pays me directly to make apps for the iPhone or iPad. I make an app based on an idea I have, I put it on the App Store, and hopefully I can make some money off it. Sometimes I make nothing, sometimes I intend to make nothing, and sometimes it might pay a couple of bills for a month, and one of my apps is kind of like my bread and butter. But it takes a lot of effort, like not actually developing stuff, but emails and testing and so much crap, I'm not going to get into it. All the work that I needed to be doing to try and put us in a good position to make money when the baby's here, I couldn't find time to do it because I had so many things in the house that needed doing, whether it was just bits of tidying, washing, just the little day-to-day chores combined with things that aren't finished, because I kind of went from one room to the next room and I never bothered sort of like getting every little tiny bit of detail finished in one room because I knew it would just take forever and cost quite a bit of money getting pictures and all the other random bits and pieces. The house is as good as finished apart from the bathroom and kitchen. They've not been touched, but they're big expensive jobs, so we don't think we're going to do those in a hurry. But like in this room, for example, in the study, the radiator wasn't working because it wasn't on. The blind was not on properly and it wasn't working properly, and that needed fixing. The scotia for the flooring in here, I never got around to attaching because the room's so small, everything is crammed in. Everything that I want to do relies on something else being done, something else being done. It's kind of like a domino effect. You do one, the others kind of fall, but you can't do them in any other order than the very one specific order. And it's just so much crammed in my head, all the stuff that needs doing. And I think I'm never going to get anything done. And that is, I'm never going to get any work done, I'm never going to get the house finished. And I was just getting so down. And then when you add on the fact that I feel the pressure to vlog when it should be something I enjoy. I feel the pressure to vlog and it should be something that I enjoy doing. And it should be something I want to do. And then actually recording stuff's not too problematic. But the edit, what I want to do with an edit is kind of like up here. But what I have the time for doing for the edit is kind of like way down here. So I'm just kind of like rushing edits out and I don't have the time to slowly build up assets to make the vlogs a bit more interesting and other stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into the complicated bits, but I want to step the vlogs up a bit, but I can't do that if I don't have time. My God, this video is going to get so long if I'm not careful. I'm rushing through this because I've got so much information. I just want to get it out of my mouth. Oh my God. I shouldn't have had a coffee. I should not have just had a coffee. Oh, it's a double espresso. That was a bad idea. Me talking at 20 miles an hour is kind of like a glimpse of what it's like in my head because so much rushes through it. I have so much going on. And the number of weekends between now and the baby here is, I don't know, I think when we last counted 8 including the week, 10 including the weekend just gone. But a couple of weekends up have been taken up by visitors. Another weekend's been taken up because we want a final weekend away. And suddenly it just gets, oh no, you may fall off. And it just gets, on top of you realise how little time you have. And I know that when the baby's here, it's going to make it even more tricky than it is right now. So I needed to get organised in my head. I needed to sort my head out because I don't have lots of people to go out to. I don't leave the house. So it's a constant reminder that things need doing. So we've got a dog, the carpet gets a mess, and I want to vacuum, and it's natural to vacuum while it's in my mind, so I'll vacuum in the middle of the day, but that on top of other things means I just eat into my working day, which is not good. Everything needed organising. So what Jen and I did was, you stay there, I'm going to go get something. Oh, okay, right. What Jen and I did, we got a notebook, and we, on a new page, put every single room in the house. Oh, it's too hot. I'm going to have to take that off. Right. Okay, I'll turn the radiator down a bit. So we went through every single room in the house, every single room in the house, and noted down every single thing that needed doing, everything. And we went through the whole house completely, and there's pages and pages in this notebook of stuff that needs doing, from the tiniest little things like, I don't know, just cleaning a wall that Shep leans against and's got it all grubby, to bigger things like, I don't know, refitting the radiator. It's still quite small, but bigger jobs that kind of a bit time consuming on these particular tools to do. So they're in here and not in here anymore, which is fantastic. And then what Jen and I did was we went through now until the baby's supposed to be here and noted out all the weekends, and we decided that we would do just one day every single weekend that is purely devoted to getting one room as good as finished as we can. Some rooms are not going to be able to finish because, you know, the tasks may be a bit too long or there's just way too much to ask. But the idea being that we start checking off more things, get closer to the house being perfect before the baby comes. So while we sat there with the baby, we've not got this sort of like, oh Chris, the mirror needs putting up. Oh Chris, this cable needs tidying up. Anything like that, it just shouldn't be an issue. And if it is, it's on the list and it's sort of like only done on one day. The benefit of putting it on one day is it means Monday to Friday I can concentrate on work during the day and any bits of vlogging I want. Saturday we can focus on doing work, like on tidying and stuff and doing this one room. and we can focus completely on that and not get distracted by anything else. And then it means on Sunday we can have the day off, whether we want to go somewhere, whether we want to do anything. It means that we spread the load throughout the entire next 2 months, and it's not like we've completely overwhelmed with so many things. We can see that most of it is possible. There's nothing crazy that needs doing, although that fence blowing down really put a spanner in the works. So on Saturday, we did this room. I did the blind. Basically, it wasn't attached up there, so I couldn't really use it. I thought I was going to have to refit some stuff, but I just needed to jiggle things around. Anyway, bit of TLC and it works. This radiator needed putting on. The Scotia down here is not attached yet, but that is not a high priority. It's not the end of the world. And I need to be able to go outside and mitre the corners. The ends? I need to mitre the ends. And I can't do that because it's been raining. I've now managed to have a really good tidy of this table. Everything is in order. Everything is tidy. I've also started cable managing these cables down here. Most of them are tied up, but to all intents and purposes, I can sit in this chair and then I can look from here. Hey, that's still from many, many years ago. I can sit here and then everything in my view, everything in my periphery, and even down here, apart from those 2 little cables that need to be plugged in, it's nice and tidy. Behind me is still a mess. There's still quite a few things to put away. But I don't mind too much. I'll just do that as and when I can. It's not the end of the world. But most of the big jobs in here are sorted. And it means that during the day, when I've got work to do, I can sit down and not have to worry about this pile of paperwork mounting up here and other messy bits and dust and all that crap. It's such a nice room to be in, if you don't look that way, which is easy for me, but not easy for you guys because I'm pointing in that direction. But that's that done. Next weekend is the... next weekend, what's next weekend? I'll put the book downstairs. Dining room and living room. Again, there's just like tacking a couple of cables up and putting a mirror up, nothing major, but it just needs to be done. So I'm chuffed, I'm in such a good mood. There's so much more I could say, I'm just gonna stop blabbering on. I think I've covered everything. I think I've told you everything that I need to in order to make sure that I have explained away somewhat why I've not been around. It's basically just to help give me a chance to press that reset button and get back on track. I feel motivated. Motivation, oh, that's so good. Jen and I have got another NCT class. I think after today, we might have 3 NCT classes left. I think today's breastfeeding, which is going to be interesting because it seems like most, if not all the guys, the other guys on the course weren't interested in attending the breastfeeding session. I was. It was recommended that the guys go. They seem to be going reluctantly. I'm quite looking forward to it. We paid to be there. The information could be useful. Why would you not want to go? On this weekly planner, I found in the previous couple of weeks, I was repeating an awful lot of things that I did every single day, like edit, vlog and stuff. So instead, I've pulled it into a little tracker here. And basically, every single day, I can just sort of like check off each of the things, because like replying to comments on YouTube, it's hard to remember to do it regularly as I should do, and filling it on here just means I have less space to put actual tasks I need to be doing. Alright, this is going to be really difficult to do through a camera, but let's give it a go. Reply to comments Monday. Done. Uh-oh, I've gone over the line already. That's hard. I'm knackered, but I've done my exercises. Push-ups, sit-ups, weightlifts. May not seem a lot, but it pretty much killed me. Just turned 5 o'clock. The weather has taken one hell of a turn for the worse. It has just started raining a lot. Like that, boom, rain. Started to get really windy. So dark now. Uh-oh, battery's flashing. I think it's only fair go and pick Jen up. It's not very nice of me to make my pregnant wife walk in weather like this.
Feels really weird to have hold of the camera again. So I thought I would give you a quick update by way of saying hi, because my belly feels huge today. I have a tape measure and I'm going to see how big it actually is. Look at that. Is it focused? That is a massive 37 inches. That's huge. I don't know what I was when we started. I think 26. That's it's absolutely massive. It is also time to update our countdown calendar.
Gonna have a wee. One of the biggest problems with not having a proper fence finished, it's all broken, is having to keep an eye on this guy, and it's freezing outside. Got to stand here at the door till he's done his business. Shep, they don't want to see you weeing. There you go. But yeah, no fence, keep an eye on him. You done already? Come on then, inside.
We're off to NCT class again. We are now over halfway through the series of classes, and tonight is breastfeeding, which I am really looking forward to. But I really do hope they don't make us like hold dolls while she's telling it. That's gonna be really weird.
Get your breasts out.
No.
That's what they're going to ask you, I bet you.
No, they're not.
I googled, and I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
I'm not doing that.
They give you a little bib or something.
I don't really care. This is weird. Oh, maybe I don't want to go after all.
We made it back. Nope, I was gonna say that.
I beat you.
We made it back in one piece. A little later than anticipated. We were supposed to go. Shep's trashing the joint. We were supposed to go to the supermarket before we got back because the previous weeks were finished at 9:30. But because we're doing breastfeed, well, I wasn't doing breastfeeding. You weren't doing breastfeeding either. I was winding her up, by the way, when I said that she had to get her boobs out. Because
Thank God you were. I really thought you were telling the truth that time we pulled up. I thought this video on the way back was me going to be going, oh my God, guess what just happened?
No. See, I just winded you up. So, we had the breastfeeding class, but it was a different person as well. So there was a lot that she wanted to cover. And it just meant we got out a little later. Although this one seemed to think that running out last second going, thanks, bye, and leaving me behind is okay to do because she needed to get to the shop. And I'm like, where are you going?
You needed to.
I know we need to get to, but not that desperate.
Help you.
Trying to help me?
Yeah.
But we're never going to make it. If anything, we'd have got there as we were closing the door. Or we'd have been one of those people that we just annoy the hell out of whoever's there because we walk in just as we're about to shut the shutters.
Well, sometimes you've got to do it.
I'm 30.
And fab.
I wish I was 30. God, can you imagine if I was 30? Look, imagine how young I would look.
You wouldn't look much younger
No,
than this.
I've got all these wrinkles from being not 30.
When did that happen?
About 20 years ago, I think.
Because I have them and I'm not 30 yet.
You're an old lady.
I'm not 30 though.
I'm going to have to upgrade to a newer model, I think.
No.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah.
I'm hoping today's vlog has not been too long. I have no idea how long or short it's going to be, but it's good to be back. It's about time I go for a bath, get clean. Jen's gone to bed, so there is nothing else worth vlogging today. So thanks very much for watching. I'm glad to be back. I hope you haven't missed us too much, but you know what they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Apparently. I don't know if it works. Anyway, good night guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow.